Good morning. Welcome. It's Monday. It just always seems to be Monday in my world, yeah? I run through the week doing many other things in my own creative studio, and then it's Monday again, and I get to spend some time with you. Okay, so a couple of the pages that we'd worked on for the last couple of months, and I've finished them to the point that I actually like them. And what I'm going to do with these today, okay, last week I showed you how to make the small book. This week I'm going to show you how to make actually a large journal using good old, well, almond cardboard. This is just, I think it's an Aldi. Anyway, it's this one's actually got, has to, I just want it to be a little bit stiffer. So it could be that cardboard, you know, so we're going to utilize these on here, then making this actually to be the central piece. So it's actually going to be quite a lot involved in making that. Or we can use the corrugated, some corrugated, the same thing, but we could use some corrugated and put some corrugated on there and create one that way. So it doesn't matter what you've got, okay? I'll probably make what was I saying? So my signatures, I'm just using some waterproof watercolor paper that has been actually used before. So it's not pristine because I actually like having that underlay of work that I have done ages ago, but it's just a mark making. I like those marks underneath everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, and I am going to make this one just because I think, yeah, I think it'll be good. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to glue this onto here, and we're going to glue this onto here. I have chosen one of my printables from my Etsy shop. It's one of the grunges, and I'm sorry I can't tell you which grunge it is because for some reason that's not categorized. So I was going to use this blue and that one because it's obviously of the blue tones in here, and I will find out though and put it at the link below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the bit that I want to go in the middle. I'm thinking it's that lightish blue, like so, and then I'll use the other one on the opposite side for the inside cover. All right, so what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is get a ruler and mark that out. If that's what I want in there, make sure it's what I want. Actually, no, I think it might be this one I want. I might have to take that bit. I like that bit of purple that sort of blends over. This is the front cover, this is the back. This abstracty one is the back, and this one is going to be the front, I think, at this point in time. I'm using my methyl cellulose, but Yoo-Hoo stick is absolutely fabulous. The same. So I'm just going to gonna get my ruler. All right, found the ruler. Sorry. Okay. So I'm just going to go a little bit longer, a little bit wider than my pencil mark. Just double check. And yes, I do understand that that's not going to glue all the way down, and I will get to that. So that one's nice and level on that side. All right. So I think that's the piece that I want. So I'm going to go to the bottom there. Just going to take that little bit off there. Now I could cut these off, which probably would be easier. So I'm just gonna cut those little pieces all the way off to that edge. And this. Like so. Move all the little bits away. Goodness gracious, that made a rather big mess. All right. So the reason I love this for, oh goodness, knocking things about this morning. The reason I love this particular glue at the moment is because it just allows me to do it quite fast, you know, and it's and I can see exactly where I've glued, where I need to put more glue, how level it is, just a lot of things actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue that little bit down here because I'm only putting that there. And I don't know where my actual bone folder is. So I'm just using that. Then I'm going to put this right to that edge, like so. So it's just to there, the paper glue. So I'll just measure that again. Just before the almond. Now I am going to leave this like I did the other one until it's dried and flattened, you know, kept flat with something. For at least 24 hours, but for us it will be a week because that's how often we get together. I just want to make sure that that is really well glued down, and today the roller seems to be the way to go for that. So then this side is going in the same place. Just mark it out. It's kind of coming level with there, so it's to there I need glue, and the same to just before the almond. Now this is not a really stiff cover. I mean, you know, because it is only a thinner piece of recycled cardboard, so you could make it out of anything. I just happened to have this and I wanted to try and see whether or not this was a feasible thing to do, you know. I really do like upcycling things, and making them look beautiful. So coming down, we're going to put that on there, that on there. Just before I do that, I've decided actually I want it this way. Sorry. Because this is the front cover. Is the other part of the box is actually going to go on the other side of that just for strength. The other thing that you did miss is me folding in, which is not really a big deal, but folding in those corners and gluing those down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to glue that over the top of those pieces to make that more secure. Could dry these in between, you know, it's just because I'm on video that I'm doing it so fast today. I probably would do one side, put weights on it, and, you know, make sure that it's how it should be. But because I'm on a time constraint, I'm just actually doing it. Making sure that's... Fortunately, that piece is exactly the same, that top piece, exactly the same shape, which is brilliant. Now I have cut that out, but because this is still wet, I've used scissors, because otherwise it will destroy, it'll pull the paper. All right, so now we have a very clear idea. I am going to leave the bottom though, the bottoms till they are dry, and then I'll cut them with the Stanley knife. All right, so now I'm going to glue the two A5 pieces that I had, and I'm going to just put those here. So remember, this bottom here is where I need to go, and remember I'm going to fold these little pieces up because I don't want them in there. I'm either going to fold them up or cut them off, one or the other. But I'm just going to glue those on, that one and this one. Is this the front of the book? Yes, I quite like that. Now I think I'm going to go there like so, because there's this lovely little... So you've just got to make sure that you're keeping, because that's the bottom. Okay, that's the... So that, just draw a line there. So that's going to go there, and that's pretty much to there. I mean, it's just a good guideline if you're gluing, to know where you're gluing it on. It's a little bit bigger now than what it was. And I'm just going to put some of this gorgeous glue on. I love that you can actually see this glue, exactly where you've got it, the thickness of it. I love that. And it adheres to the paper just so well. I've been doing some mixed media, you know, fast mixed media is just a bit of a play just lately, and I'm finding the big brush with the glue just so wonderful and freeing. You know, I love the glue stick, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of not fast enough for me. Which is a bit sad, really, I suppose, but I like spontaneity, you know. I have to, and this glue is just wonderful. Okay, and this one, I'm sure that people will just zoom past this. It's very boring, but it's kind of necessary. There's my puppy trying to get in. Go and lie down, please. I'm actually babysitting the dog. It's not my puppy. Alright, there's a really lovely lot of glue on there. And that was the way I wanted it. It's keeping to that line, and that's there. Now I'm going to put that, so I put quite a lot on that one, on there. And I'm going to glue just that bit. Now this might be a bit of a collage due to the fact that I've nearly used both of those pieces of paper. Just trim that off. I do have this bit here. Definitely a bit of a collage going on, but that's okay. Just cut that on the diagonal. Put a tiny bit of glue on either side. Okay. This is just a wet one that I keep on using, although it's not wet anymore. It's just, so it's just kind of like a cloth, really. Fabulous. And this last bit up here. Well, I mean, I could have glued it down with a little bit more finesse, couldn't I? It's because I'm in a hurry. Not to worry. Actually. All right. For the project, it's done anyway. It'll never come off with that glue. Okay, so really that is as much as I can do today of this book cover. So this is the outside and this is the inside. I'm going to leave it dry now and I'm going to weigh it down, make sure there's no glue anywhere else, so that it doesn't actually stick. And I might roll those over, those edged pieces. If I like the look of that, I'll leave it. If I not, well, you know. Yeah, no, I quite like that. It sort of bonds that together. So I might do that. I might just, that little extra piece, I might actually just glue that down. And then we're going to come back and I'll show you how I create the signatures. And yeah, be back in a sec. Okay, so this is the signatures. I'm going to create the signatures for the sketchbook, notebook, journal page book, whatever you want to actually utilize that book that we just created. These are the signatures. Okay, so this is upcycling. This is I want to do some collage work and things like that in it. So I really like the mark making in the background of my pages. It doesn't bother me at all. Sometimes, in fact, it adds to my ideas and so forth. So I was doing a 3-color workshop, and these are these are all the pages that were coming from this. So what I'm going to do is I've got and these are just A4, A4 copy paper. They're not anything fabulous, but there's also like printed pages and all sorts of things. And so I've got those, and then I've also got large sketchbooks over the years that I've just, sketched in, or the kids have sketched in watercolor books, they've been sketched, some idea, and then I've walked away, and or kids have played in them or whatever. So I've actually taken all of those books apart, and which are obviously a A3 size, and we need an A4 size. So I'm going to first off rip these in half and actually make these pages into A4 size. That would be my first job. So anything you've got, I mean, really, that can be made into kind of an A4 size paper. And I like things that are upcycled and got these edges. I don't mind any of those whatsoever. I am going to mix, though. What I am going to do is, with the watercolor paper and the copy paper, I'm actually going to sort of mix it up a bit. So to sort out a couple of them. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm thinking 8. Eight pages in each segment, in each signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe. And that great bone folder that I don't have. I can't find it at the moment, so I'm just going to use my roller very firmly and roll that signature down. Alright, so that's one signature that I've got to go in. Okay, that's 8 more. One, two. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, that one can go into 8. All right. So we have 4 signatures. That may be enough. I'm not sure at this point whether it is or not, but I'm just going to make these signatures up. I would like to leave a bit of room, so that's awesome. So these are A5 size now, and which is pretty much 8.5 inches. Okay, so we're going to put 3, if you stack those, we're going to go in 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on this side, and in the center. So 4 and 8 1/4, 4 and 1/8 is the center. So I just draw the line up there, up there, up there, so they're all marked. Let's get the first signature. Find the central part of it, which is just there. Okay, now holding that together, just going to peg that together. I'm going to do that to all of them. Okay. Yep. All right, now, so they're all pegged together. I'm going to move those three out of the way while I just work on one, so they won't move. We get, oh, this is a foam block, which has just been covered in material. So it's just easier and quicker to actually put them in. Then we get the needle. We go in the middle. In the middle. Holding that bit there through the end. Try not to let that go. Take that last one out and through there. Down like so, through the middle. Now, I might just tighten that to make sure it's tight as, then tie a couple of knots, one on either side of the piece, and that's the signature done. So that's one signature. Again, so I'm just going to run through this. So it's 1, 2, 3. I leave the third one in. I'm not sure that that piece is going to actually lie. Now this cord it's not my beautiful cord or my beautiful wire. It's just cord I have had. It's kicking around. So this is an upcycle thing. So I'm pretty much just using all of the things that I don't use very often, and just finding a use for them really. Last one comes out, goes all the way through and over, and then like so through the center, and then on either side just knot it. And that's that one. All right, I will do the next two off camera. Okay, so we're all dry, and we're just going to cut these off. It's got a bit of a double. I think I need a new blade. I keep on forgetting to buy one though down the street, which is kind of annoying really. But anyway, that's okay. Alright, that one. I forced these to dry a little bit too fast, but that's okay. Alright. Whoops. No, not quite. Just get that to be. Okay. Way. Now, so there it is. I will have to actually weigh it down and leave it overnight because I actually force dried it so that I could, you know, show you. So that is the outside. This is the inside. Oh, you could do it the other way around if you really, you know, wanted to. But I don't. Now, the signatures. So I have 5 signatures and of all the recycled, upcycled paper. So they are going to go into that section in the middle. So to do that with 5 of them, the first thing we have to do is we have to measure along here, and it's 6. Just grab that piece of paper. It's so if you were going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 6.5 centimeters. A lot, 2.5 inches. Okay, so it's 2.5 inches, 6.5 centimeters, and so we need them to be in the same spot, but we need them to be, there needs to be 5 of them in here. So we have to push. So I'm going to leave a half and a half, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should work perfectly. So if I leave the half there and the half there, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite right. No. If I was to move that over into the middle, then I'm going to do it this way. So I've moved that half centimeter between them, between the ends now. So 3 is in the middle. 1, then 1, then 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark a piece of cardboard. Okay. Now, those are the gaps, but this is going to be here. This is going to be here. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3. Just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Line up those lines. 1, 2, 3. I might have to cut these down a little bit. I've made them a little bit big. That won't matter. Maybe I'll do something on the side of it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. So let's just see. Let's just put our first signature in. So 1, I mean, you could do all of these. 2, 3. The middle here. And the middle here. Watching that I don't pull out all that thread and make sure I hold on to one part of it, the same as before. Then you're coming up, doesn't matter which end. And through, like so, then across. And into the middle. Like so. So you've got, now my pages though are slightly bigger than if you look. You see my pages are slightly bigger than the actual book. Now I could leave it at this point and not worry about it, or I could do something about it, but I'm not really bothered about it. It is an art journal after all, and or you know, a handmade piece by you. Same thing, do the split in the middle. So I think I like those sorts of things that are, they've gone a bit wrong. Maybe I might cut them off, maybe I mightn't, who knows. So they're all attached now, like well and truly. So that is the first signature in. So I'm not going to show you how to do all of the signatures because I will just, you know, be here all day. But I will come back and show it to you when I'm finished and see if there's something else I'm going to do to make, you know, to enlarge the side of this, which might, you know, I'm thinking that it might, you know, because the paper is just a little bit big. It may lend itself to some sort of edging that I could put onto it that I haven't even thought about yet. So this is my upcycled book. I will go on and do the rest of these now, and then I will come back. Okay, so I've actually finished this beautiful upcycled book, except for the back page where, remember, I for some reason I cut the cover a little bit short. Don't ask me why, but it was done. So what I've done at this point is I've actually just added, I found this black cardboard and some washi tape, and I've made that all fabulous at the front, and I'm going to do the same at the back. So pretty much it's just enlarging it to wherever that needs to be to make that stand by itself all nice and flush. Like so. And I'm going to, so I'm just going to cut that bit off. Cut that bit off. And then it only needs to be, so it doesn't need to be out quite that far, but that's okay. I will deal with that in a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut maybe this much. I mean, and obviously you could cut any shape. You could get really artsy and, you know, cut any shape you like so that the pattern on the inside is a bit different. So the pattern on the inside is a bit different. So whichever way that would go, I think that way would be good. So I'm just going to glue that down now and into place. Okay. So I've kind of got it in where it should go. So what I want to do is just use those pegs. My fine pegs are actually better. Just pop that one on there. I don't know where my other ones are, but that's okay. Just make sure that that's where that's meant to be. That one's a little bit high, but I'm going to manage. I think I'll just clip that off. I'm worried about the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down now. And I'm actually going to use the Yoo-hoo. So that's going there. Bringing that up. There. Pushing that nice and firmly on. Probably shaking the table, aren't I? I notice that the camera is a little bit attached there. So that is, I'm going to let that dry. And when I come back, I'm actually going to put some washi tape down there. Like so. And I actually think I might make this a little bit different. I might just add that there. Not at the base. Just make that a little bit different. And then I'm going to put a piece up here. Gotta love washi tape, huh? It's like the instant bling, isn't it? Now, I mean, you could add more, you could add less, you could add, you know, whatever. But I kind of like that. All right. So that is it finished. I will wait for that to dry, make sure everything's glued down properly. All of the signatures have been sewn in. And yes, there is a big gap between my signatures. And the reason being is that when the pages get full, you just need that little bit more room, you know, sometimes. And I like having it so it's not, you know, bulging open. So starting with them with a gap is a little bit better. All right. So this is your upcycled journal art piece. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed making it, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Okay, bye.